This is the reason that Vecna is so scared of the cave that Max and Holly are in. So if you didn't know, there's actually a prequel to Stranger Things, and it's a play on Broadway called The First Shadow, and it's going to be very important to how Stranger Things ends. So in this play, Henry Vecna lives in Nevada, and he likes to go explore this cave system with his spyglass. The same one that Holly takes from his bedroom, and if you were really paying attention, there's a little Easter egg. The shape on the opening of the spyglass is actually the exact same shape as the opening in the cave. Now, the play takes place in 1943, and this is when the government was working on an experiment to make their ships invisible for the war. When they tested this machine out on their first ship, things went terribly wrong, and they got sent to Dimension X, where they were all killed by Demogorgons except for one person, Captain Brenner, who's actually Dr. Brenner's father. Years later, on his deathbed, Captain Brenner tells his son everything he knows about the experiment, and Dr. Brenner becomes obsessed with trying to recreate it. So he goes to work over at the Nevada Project, which is right near where Henry would explore these caves. On one of his explorations, he runs into a scientist that stole equipment from the Nevada Project and has been hiding out in this cave system. And what happens is that they both get transported to Dimension X, where Henry runs into the Mind Flayer that alters his blood, personality, and gives him his powers before escaping back to the real world. After everything that's happened in Nevada, Henry's family moves away to Hawkins to get away from it all. Dr. Brenner is aware of what's happened, and he follows them to Hawkins, starts Hawkins' lab so that he can find Henry and continue his work. And strange things are still happening around Henry, so Dr. Brenner convinces his family to send him to Hawkins' lab so that he can figure out what's going on and stop it. But really, he just wants to use Henry to find out what's in Dimension X, and when he tries to get Henry to kill someone using his powers, Henry leaves the lab because he's still a good kid at this point. But his family is still very afraid of who he's become, and one night he overhears his mom secretly talking to Dr. Brenner, telling him that they need to take him back and lock him up for good. And this betrayal by his own mother gets him so angry that he finally lets the Mind Flayer take over. And that's when it kills her at the family dinner and tries to kill the rest of his family too. So long story short, the cave that Max and Holly are in is actually the cave from Henry's darkest memory that started everything and ruined his life.